Hi, I'm Ben of Mixup YouTube, here to review Spider-Man. I've been a big fan of Spider-Man when I was a kid. Oh my gosh, I love Spider-Man. And I wear my Spider-Man jacket, my Spider-Man t-shirt, my Spider-Man mask, and my Spider-Man hat. All Spider-Man. I actually wore this at the movie theater. I saw it yesterday and I thought the movie was really great. It's different from any other Spider-Man movies, and I can understand some of the liberties. Like, first, Spider-Man has this practical Spider-Man suit that he made first, and then Tony Stark made his spandex suit. Makes sense, but yeah, but yes, but anyways, Spy, but anyways, which is kind of understandable because the previous Spider-Mans were like, how did Peter made that costume? Like, how did an ordinary kid from Queens make such a costume? But it's different from all the other Spider-Mans because I'm used to seeing Peter makes the costume himself, but it's pretty cool. Oh, by the way, there's this thing called damage control in the comics, and they were in the movie, and yeah, and that was cool. I seen damage control in the show Ultimate Spider-Man, but yeah, I also see them here. And I see and yeah, so Vulture was the villain, and Shocker and the Tinkerer. That's okay. He's the weapons designer. He was the guy with the beard and long hair, and he was building the tech. Yeah, so they have three Spider-Man villains, and it was done right. Shocker was just a henchman. The Vulture was the main genius, was the main antagonist, and and the Tinkerer was just a weapons builder. So that's why here it works, because he didn't need to build up a story arc, and that's why it suffered from the previous Spider-Man films suffered for too many storylines. But yeah. Anyway, so Spider-Man. So yeah, and the Vulture's design is pretty cool. It's faithful to the comics, like having that white poofy thing on his neck, and it adds some new features like a helmet. Because in the comics he has like this bald head, but they add like a helmet on his head. Now, I never seen the movie Birdman, but I have seen Batman, and that's cool that the same Michael Keaton who played Batman in the first two Tim Burton movies and in that movie Birdman, which a movie I haven't watched but I will eventually, played in, which is pretty cool. So he went from playing Batman to Birdman to the Vulture. And yeah, and it was pretty, and there was other cool things like Vulture, yeah, oh, Liz, yeah, so, spoiler, no, nah, why not, yeah, so, spoiler alert, Liz, Liz Allen, well, in the comics, her name is Liz Allen. Here, she just calls herself Liz. In fact, in the show, her name is Liz, but the character, like Vulture, is Adrian Toomes, and here Liz is her father. So Liz is basically Liz Toomes, but they never say it. So I don't know, but yeah. So anyways, Liz, so yeah, but they barely do anything romantic, and that's that was good, cause I was like, when I look at the previous Spider-Man movies, I'm like, I need a Spider-Man movie that needs to take a break from the romance, and they do a bit of romance, but they hardly do it. They make the main focus on Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man's the main focus, so. Yeah, and Tony Stark is in it, but he's as Iron Man, and I saw it in the trailer that he was going to take away his suit, but that bugged me, but yeah, it was a good motivation, and the parental suit looked a bit cool, but I'm glad they went back to the original suit. But anyways, after that, yeah, he defeats the Vulture and saves the day, and he goes to jail, but in this minute after end credits scene, there's that character who's revealed to be the character who's Scorpion in the comics, and he even has a scorpion tattoo. He said, "I know a lot of guys who like to help, who like to cut Spider-Man." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh." So what other sequels are they gonna build up to? But yeah, Scorpion. Yeah, so they're gonna introduce Scorpion in future films. But yeah, now I was a bit disappointed in Shocker, cause if I Google Spider-Man Homecoming, there's Shocker costumes that look faithful to the comics, but took some practical ideas to make it more modern looking. But really, he barely looks like that around the film. Like he wears a jacket that has the yellow fishnetting looks, but he barely does it. Maybe because it was too spoilerish, and they decided to change it at the last minute. But or maybe the suit still looked a bit too silly, but I don't know, I could have accepted it. But anyways, this time we have a friend. Yeah, Spider-Man usually friends was Gwen Stacy, or he has no friends, or he's all alone, or Harry Osborn. But here it was a character, Nedley, who I read a comic about him. But yeah, in this we have Nedley. Lead or Ned something. But yeah, so he's best friends with Peter, and it's nice to see Peter have a friend. And this is something different because I see cliches where the teenage boy in high school gets bullied and he goes on this adventure, and his best friend's different and awkward. But this was actually different for a Spider-Man movie, and it's good to see Peter have a friend. But anyways, so yeah, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, there's no origin story. They mentioned he got bitten by a spider, but that's it. So yeah, they just mentioned like he was bitten by a spider. They don't say it was radioactive or genetically enhanced, and they don't mention the whole story. But yeah, I guess because fans complain like, we know the origin story, stop telling us. But I'd rather them just don't tell us and maybe do a little bit of hinting than change it, because I'm glad they didn't do something stupid like change the origin story, because that would just be dumb. Like I understand the costume design. Also, there's these funny Captain America videos that they show at the school, like gymnastics, this, and little documentary, you know how heroes do it? And it was at the very after end credits scene, and it was very funny. And, well, I'm Ben of Mixup YouTube, that's my video, and you'll probably see some new videos, and check out Spider-Man Homecoming, or you already have. Take care.